What was that? What was that? What? You feeling the vibe?
Oh, let that music
Are
play.
you feeling the vibe?
Ooh, is you live?
Is you what?
Is you live?
Is you what?
Is you live? You heard me.
Is you what?
Is you hard of hearing?
Man, you chatting. What you talking about?
What'd you say? I'm checking.
Like corporate entertainment. You talking about? Know what I'm saying?
No,
I like that, boy.
I don't even know who you're talking about. It's corporate 00.
Corporate, even when the lights is out. I like that, boy. Another good YouTuber, y'all. If y'all like that YouTube swag.
It's corporate 00.
Corporate 00, even when the lights is out.
Corporate business.
Check his swag. He's cool, man. He's gang.
Oh, God.
He's oh, God. Man, y'all. What is y'all doing? Is you live? There y'all talking about a
It's like, where you at? You tripping.
I ain't tripping, man. YouTube stay tripping. YouTube stay tripping. That ain't my problem. Man, I be trying to come to y'all, man. YouTube just cut me off, man. That's why I like that whole thing about the Pateron, man.
Enough with that. But what's up with my Do-Re-Mi? What's up with my IQD?
Man, you know the news, man. You want to spit it, man. Like you get it.
Get here. Ain't got no time. I'm ready to run to the bank.
Bank ain't ready.
I am April BB.
And I am Mr. Brando. And that's Daisy right there. Gang. Ain't that Daisy, girl? Tell him, Daisy. Gang. Tell him, gang. Am I gang? Gang. Already, y'all. And welcome to the establishment. We call the status of the reinstatement. The reinstatement is the key word here, y'all. This is a reinstatement of the Iraqi Dinar IQD chat. And it's world news. We already got one thumbs down, thumbs up. Can I get like 40 more thumbs up? And I'm just saying thumbs up now because I got one.
That's bitter people or your haters watching. It's all good.
Is that the haters?
Congratulations.
Man, tell them quit being fans, man. Chime in. Call me. Quit being fans. Call me.
I don't want no smoke.
Why y'all don't want that smoke? Scared. Y'all some wimpy, man. Y'all don't want to call. Y'all don't want to write. Y'all don't do nothing, man. Y'all want to just give me thumbs down. But you know what? I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I'm here for all the accolades, and I'm here for all the criticism.
Taking my words. That's me that's here.
Man, so thou cease to hear Mr. Brando speak. Huh. Fat life like you thought I lived.
Steal all my swag.
Man, call my number, stay crib. Man, can I ask you a question?
No.
Just one?
No.
How is you doing, man? Y'all good?
I'm doing.
Is y'all good out there, man? Is y'all living good?
I do much better real soon.
Man, when this cabinet gets seated, man, they're giving you every evidence every day.
Wait, I thought they seated. I thought it was.
Hold on. No one told you that it was seated. They said that we thought it was done. You don't watch the show?
Rumor on the street.
What's the street say? The rumor on the streets is, you want the rumor on the streets is? The real rumor on the streets?
Hey, Thomas.
You want the new rumor on the streets is? For real? You want to drop a bomb right now?
Yeah, drop one.
One right now?
Drop
For real? One bomb right now?
Come on with it.
Ask the audience if they want to hear one bomb right now.
They're ready. They're here for it. They've been waiting for you.
They've been waiting. So I made them wait. So you know what I was on the fort? I was on the phone, man, and somebody told me what they told me. A little birdie told me that they're going to stop the auctions. That's the rumor. That's a rumor. You hear me? The auctions are going to be stopped. Okay. That's a rumor. You want to hear a rumor? That's the rumor mill.
Rumor has
I ain't one to talk.
Rumor has it.
I hope you guys are doing well on this hump day. I hope you guys are out here feeling the vibe. Like I've been feeling the vibe because, man, I have been feeling the vibe lately. Like I've just been feeling so lovely.
Yeah, Bethany said we trying to be live. What's up, Bethany?
Bethany, get you a favorite beverage. Where's Mr. Lewis at? Where Bethany and Mr. Lewis?
Bethany said she trying to be live.
I told you guys this about Dr. Braham Saleh said the third periodic meeting of the political leaders in the presence of the Prime Minister Abdul Mahdi. They gave out names. They said they were going to emphasize the growth. They said one of the things they wanted done was they wanted the platform to grow. The government program and the national policy framework are document agreed upon the first meeting. It is also stressed the support of the government and the constitutional adherence in its concepts so as to not engage Iraq in the midst of regional conflicts. They're talking about keeping Iraq out of the whole Iran conflict, and understandable. Nobody wants to be involved in a war that has nothing to do with you. And that's why I keep telling y'all, Iran and the United States conflict has very little forbearance on what's happening in Iraq. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people are getting caught up in, well, what happens? Think about this. When the United States invaded Iraq, what happened to Iran? Nothing. Nothing happened in Iran. So if the United States goes to war with Iran, not Iraq this time, but invades, you know what's going to happen?
Nothing.
The real is sometimes going to go up in value because every country, United States, goes into war. They depeg it. They peg it to the dollar. There's a systematic view of it. That's a bomb. If you ever haven't noticed, the real, no. Any country that gets invaded, they devalue their currency. They then depeg it and peg it to the dollar. That currency goes up in value.
But I'm asking you the question because you said the real.
Because if the United States invades Iran, what's the national currency of Iran?
Okay. I just make sure.
Because that's coming. You feel what I'm saying?
They're under sanctions, right?
Oh God, they're sanctioned worse than Iraq.
Yeah, because
Iran is a shambles.
I thought you could not own.
Yeah, it's illegal right now to even own it because it's, you know what I mean. But the whole idea of it is that all these people told me today, man, there was a missile that hit a tanker or maybe an air fleet. It would take Pepe to tell me again.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Mr. B, man, look out. And I said, Mr. Frazier called me. B, look out. Woke hit me. You know what I'm saying? Like Bethany hit me. Shout out to Bethany. Shout out to Woke. Shout out to Mr. Frazier. Shout out to my crew gang. Everybody's still here with the crew. You know what I'm talking about. Kangaroos up. Now, the thing that these guys all called me this morning was they called it, man, that there was a war about to happen. If war was to insinuate, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that isn't it time that the terrorism in the region stopped? Everybody's out here complaining about war, but you got to think about this. Any place that anybody invades, they devalue their currency. They then peg it to the dollar. They go through a waiting period, whether it be a year or 15 years or longer. That currency somehow goes up in value. That is the trend, right? And it looks like if you're looking at an investment standpoint, not from a humanitarian standpoint, but from an investment standpoint, Iran now should be on your radar because of that missile it hit. Not for the other stuff, because they're directly linking this last one to Iran. If they do that, it's like Iran saying, help us. You see what I'm saying? Now, the Supreme Anti-Corruption Council is looking at a currency auction file and calls for the completion of the state auction. Now, what they're basically saying is right here, I told you guys early on that I thought that possibly the auctions were either going to be changed, stopped, or altered. This is the article right here. It says the Supreme Council for Combating Corruption on Tuesday. This was Tuesday. After y'all, the council expresses high appreciation of the directive given by the Supreme Religious Council in the first Friday sermon of implications for Iraqi reality in all of its forms: government, institutions, parties, political forces, civil organizations, individuals, to deal with the fight against corruption. Corruption is the #1 enemy against the state of Iraq, including terrorism. Okay? So don't get it twisted for just a hot minute. The council phrased the cooperation of the bodies that the council referred the privatization, receiving the previous statement that should be provided by evidence in all data after the talk to the media and some people or institutions the existence of cases of corruption which formed the input of the regulatory bodies to take action. What they're basically saying is until they opened up the file of corruption against the central bank, they didn't realize such criminalities were going on. Now the central bank is under supreme scrutiny. Now it may be time to alter or change the way that the central bank handles the auction. I think if you wanted true anonymity about it, eliminate the auctions as a whole, reintroduce them as something else, and then take the power away from the central bank. Now, the central bank is going to, that this is the only way that the Iraqi economy can actually have any legs. Now, my point to you guys is this. If the Iraqi economy is going to have any legs, it's going to have to sink or swim anyway, right? Kind of like a job. You got an apartment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your apartment, let's say, is $500 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But your job only pays you $300 a month. You meet a little chick. She's hot, little cute, little chocolate something, right? Or maybe a little, whatever your flavor is, you know what I'm saying? And she makes $300 a month. So now all of a sudden, between the both y'all, you convince her or you finesse her into thinking that y'all can live together and have better things. If she lives with you, y'all can have something, right? So now your little $500 goes to rent. Maybe y'all can get a little food or something like that. And you know what I mean? This is when you're young in the game, you know what I'm saying? Not like me and Miss BB. If you come to her with some apartment gang, she's gonna be like, gang. What you spend in your apartment, I buy a dong every month. That's what she's gonna tell you. She gang. Bang, gang.
You've been watching too much corporate. Come on.
Man, I'm being for real. Your dong habits like some women's shoe habit.
Don't be telling people my business.
I ain't telling you business. You tell them. You be like, dong. I thought you was being to me. I'm trying to tell you, I'm straight from Iraq. I'm giving it to y'all for real.
I ain't messing with him today.
For real, gang. Daisy.
You know sounds fake. Okay, so what's up?
Okay. National Business Council members in Qatar on Wednesday called for the increased use of monetary tools to stimulate the economy. They're always venturing out to stimulate the economy. The things that you guys got to understand, they're not out stimulating the private sector. The economy kind of doesn't matter. Any state-run base runs off the budget, which is a hindrance. Anything off the private sector becomes then a surplus, just like the oil. Just like oil's way up, they're running a surplus. But they don't ever tell you they're stimulating the private sector by doing such and such and such to the economy, do they? They never say that. But my thought process is the importance of the government adoption of a 5-year development plan for the construction and rehabilitation of oil refineries, iron steel plants, and petrochemicals, in addition to fertilization and dairy plants. Now, what they're basically telling you is that there could be a smoother running state institutions that realize and utilize more of what's going on in the Iraqi place. Secure, the COM voted on the vision of the ministry to resume the implementation of a number of ongoing installed projects. Getting those projects up, deal. Sauder calls for the cutting off of electricity for officials inside the green zone. Now,
they cut off the what?
Sauder calls for the cutting off of electricity for officials inside the green zone.
Why?
Finally, this is what you want to see.
Wait.
Why is Sauder calling for that? Because the peasants, or what they call the citizens, don't have electricity, right? Now, Sauder is saying, forget that. Let the citizens have electricity. the fat cats in the big wigs inside the green zone and all these people that are officials cut off their electricity like they do the peasants, and let's see how they live.
Gotcha.
That is massive. That, to me, speaks volumes to Sauter finally growing a pair, finally letting them hang. His little adolescent cods were somehow not verbalized in the earlier agreements. Him bitching about the COM, him bitching about people being placed. Why hasn't he put his Million Man March to doing stuff like this? And quit all that wimpy. Sauter, man, all bark, no bite. Put those people out of the green zone, man. He says cutting off electricity for officials, especially in the green zone. Imagine your pride and joy of the city, where all the barriers were taken down, all the concrete barriers, now has no lights. All the parks, all the beautification, all these fat cat politicians are making money off the peasant, or what they call the Iraqi citizen. And now all of a sudden, the peasant now is the cat, and the cat is chasing the rat. The rat, to me, is the politicians that are Iraqi government in some ways. Because, you know why? Because they hold them out. They totally don't respect the citizens of Iraq. The fat cats sit back with their mansions and whatever else. I've heard people call them villas. They're villas, and they sit back. I've never heard them call them villa. I hear they're big mansions. You never hear loss of power to Abadi's house. You never hear about loss of power to Mahdi's house. Never to Al-Abusi's. Never to any of these fat cats. If they had to live like real gang, right? If they had to be like my people, suffer, have without, do without, it would add a sense of urgency to their policies. You see what I'm saying? And you're going to see that in a few articles, okay? Now, the covenant, the candidates for the defense are Harari, Shamari. Now, this is an old name I told you guys before. Ghani al-Assadi, the chancellor of the interior. Now, I'm telling you guys, it's just like I told my boss the other day at work. My vendor came back and said, we're thinking about doing work with an old vendor, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody likes his old vendor because they're trash. You see what I'm saying? They don't pay their bills on time. They're a bigger company than we are. But what they do is, because they're bigger, if they sell one item, like people like to shame me about selling mattresses, right? If they sell one mattress and my little company sells 20, but they have 1 million stores, if they all sell one, they sell 20 times the amount we sell, right? Mm-hmm. Don't get mad, get even. You want to work harder, sell more. You see what I'm saying? This is the same they're talking about right here with the auctions. The auctions not only have been done, they are done. Because now not only are they listing names, they're listing several names. Those names are in print. Why else would you say it now and you never said it before? You want to know why? Because a lot of speculators are doing this. And you know what else happens? But you know what the real deal is? The government's been sad. It has been sad. We read you that comment last time. They also talk about Article 8. Man, you guys ain't gang. You guys ain't gang.
Guys, we got rid of that porno person that was posting crap out there.
I miss them. They were try.
But in order to get rid of them, I had to turn off being able to post links out there. So sorry, you guys. If you try to post a link, you can't. You're going to have to email it to us.
Y'all stop talking about that dong.
That's probably what drunk.
I know what it was.
They were talking about that dong, the dong, dong.
That dong, the dong, dong, dong. And you know, shout out to my boy on Facebook, me and him had a discussion. He told me about I was being stingy with the news. A dude on Facebook, my homeboy, man, and me and this dude, he a good dude. Talking about me, man. I don't really like how you being stingy with the news, man. I said, man, you know how much time and effort I give this news? I give y'all 80 to 100 hours a week on the news. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. For basically free. I don't get anything from it. Ms. BB just allowed me to upgrade my cinematography that's coming in next week. Allowed. Because she cracks the whip.
I love the way he says things, and then he comes up with a fat bill. Don't be saying it out loud.
Come up with a what?
Fat bill.
A fat what?
Bill. B-I-L-L.
What was a fat bill for? Upgrading what?
You just said it. So now you're confused? You need clarification?
No. Enlighten how you allow me to charge that material. Because it's a fat bill. It's a fat bill, right? Ow! Don't beat me in public. You beat me.
I'll wait till we not live.
Y'all, you see how she hits me?
Me and Daisy will attack.
I'm hurt all the time. That's why I got bruises on my body.
It's called tats.
I ain't got tattoos. Those are scars where she hurts me.
Daisy, he's lying on her.
Daisy dog. There she
Get
goes.
him, Daisy.
There she goes.
Okay.
Saran reveals the bloc agreed on 4 names to fill the vacant membercies of Abdul Mahandi, the MPs. Now, this is huge. You guys, it already says they agreed upon. Now, before they said they were going to list the names, before, if you guys noticed earlier in podcasts from people, they said that they were presenting names for on Saturday. Now, right here, it tells you 4 names were already placed to replace the vacant ministers, getting rid of the blocks. Okay? Once they get rid of the blocks, that's why the election law comes into place.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to form an electoral college. They're also going to form a way to help get rid of some of the secretaryism.
Mm-hmm.
Everything they're doing is to become a full running, functioning democracy, not based upon BS and quotas and stuff like that, but based upon the completion of their government. That's why there's so much chatter about a reevaluation right now. Now, I'm not one here to say this. Let me tell you all this. I'm not calling the reevaluation. I'm not going to give you a date. I'm going to tell you when those benchmarks are met, you will see a reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar. I will leave it up to the rest of the speculators out there. And I don't care if you're gang, or whatever. If you say, hey, B, what do you believe? You know what I'm going to tell you? When those benchmarks are met, and I told you guys way before, and not that I'm telling you guys to tell you guys, this is really easy knowledge that I'm telling you guys, when the cabinet is set, Katie, bar your doors. That's why it's so important to understand what it says in the SBA and the FML and the FMLA and all these things that the government tells you. And I told you guys the difference between policy and procedure. I tried to teach you guys the difference between what the central bank does and the GOI, and not teach it to you because you guys don't know. Daisy, gang, don't do that. Get them, Daisy. Daisy, why do we teach people stuff? So they learn, right?
Daisy's about to get kicked out.
Daisy, right? Right, Daisy? Tell them.
Now, the budget, is it passed?
Listen, the budget's been passed. The thing that everybody's speculating about is a supplemental budget. A supplemental budget can only go into play unless they're using the current budget. There's no current proof that they're using the current budget. That's the trick. Remember, I told you it was passed. Everything's done. And everybody's defense, all the people out there say, well, when it's in the Gazette, it's the truth. It's law. Well, the budget was in the Gazette. Daisy's gone. Daisy, you're out of here. Now, the interesting fact about that is, if it's in the Gazette and it's law, why hasn't it been enacted and why aren't they using it? There's a lot of speculation behind that. Could be laws that are passed. Could be laws that are in the future. Could be there's things in there about the electoral, the people that are being elected. There's a lot of speculation about what's going on. But here's something that's not speculation. Now, I want to tell you all this. Is there a drum roll thing here?
Yeah, you've used it before.
Have I?
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see the drum roll thing. Because this news right here, can I tell y'all right here?
No, that's not it.
Can I tell y'all right here?
That's not it.
Can I tell you right here? When they hit the ball so sweet, Bethany posted this, or it was Nancy or Bethany, one of the two. I'm going to read you this. Article 8 in the budget of 2019 of 30 June 2019 set a date for the termination of the proxy position for all leading positions in the Iraqi government. Can I read that one more time, please?
Please do.
Okay. Article 8. Article 8. When have you ever heard about anybody ever saying Article 8, okay? Article 8 in the budget of 2019, of 30th of June 2019, set a date for the termination of proxy position for all leading positions in the Iraqi government. What did they just tell you?
We ready? Ooh, that's not a nice sound. That's not pleasant.
No. Can I read it one more time?
Go for it. Read it one more time.
Article 8 in the budget of 2019 of 30th of June 2019 set a date for the termination of proxy position for all leading positions in the Iraqi government. What does that tell you? On June 30th, that absolutely there will be no proxy positions. There will be the full cabinet seated. So what does that tell you about June 30th? The government will be done. I have told you guys the government is done.
And that's exactly what Sammy asked. Are you sure it's going to be this weekend? The cabinet's going to be seated.
Bro, do you want me to send you this article right here, Ms. BB? You want to post this to him?
Okay.
Sammy, I just sent you the article right there, bro. You can see it for yourself. So
you sent it to Sammy? Or
so do you.
Oh, okay.
5 alleyways are going to be open in different areas leading out of the Capitol. That's big news. They haven't been open in over like 7 years. Last but not least, this is another article to me that tells you that the government's been seated. Political agreement on the resolution of 500 government positions before June 30th. Now, remember what the last one said. From June 30th on, there will be no proxy positions. Mm-hmm. Now, this one says before June 30th, the resolution of 500 government positions before. So those are all those positions that need to be filled, the managers, the directors, all those things are done. A new round of escalation is waiting the political blocks. Brian, thank you, bro. Thank you. If you want to be a part of gang, you want to see the inside, I think I might go live right after I call my boy Pimpy, because Pimpy and I have been talking about some stuff, and I'm going to get into it with y'all. I'm not holding back, but there's certain things I can't say on YouTube because they suppress it or they won't monetize it or whatever they won't do. But I can say it on Pateron and it goes gang, gang. You feel what I'm saying? So I might do that with him in just a few minutes. But I'm telling you guys, in a round of escalation is escalation. Escalating means betting on the unknown. It's waiting for the political blocks, the House of Representatives, as a step concerns the termination of the portfolio management by proxy. So by proxy from now on, and right now speculation, they're saying they're getting rid of the position. What does that tell you? Gang, gang, gang. Crew, crew, crew. If y'all ain't stand up dancing, I told y'all, man, this government's done. It's been done. You see my dance move?
Let me see it.
No. Catch my replay. Hey, my gangster. Man, I'm out here doing it, man. I'm dancing. Every step you take, every move you make, I will be watching you.
Bobby?
No. No.
Okay.
112, where the players dwell. Casper 12.
You don't know
12.
that one. I thought you
make you feel good like
Bobby
Tony.
Brown.
Feels good like Biggie, man. I ain't no sucker. Forget what you just say. No sucker for love.
Okay, so
that's it, y'all. That's the news. If that did not just make you just raise the roof, I don't know what to tell y'all. 80 people on Patreon because we're building this wealth. 100,000 people, I'm telling y'all, going to join this thing. Y'all don't understand. I understand what people tell me all the time. You want to talk about being right or being first? I'm off that. I used to be on that when I was new to this YouTube thing. Now I'm telling you, look at the inside of it. If you can't see it for what it really is, because you know what? If you follow certain procedures, if you want to look at certain things, you can't say certain things. You can't say, hey, look, when the Dow hits 27,000. What if the Dow never hits 27,000? You feel me? What if it never hits 27,000? That doesn't stop the Iraqi Dinar from evaluating. You can't tell me, hey, Mr. Brando, well, if Trump does it, you know what? Trump has nothing to do with the realization of IQD. I hate to say it like that. I have everything to say that he can apply that money towards the national deficit. He can apply pressure towards Iraq. He can force them to do things they normally wouldn't do. But you got to understand this, that the only people that control the reinstatement of the IQD is the IMF, Treasury, and Iraq. That is it. And those are all sovereign ground. You see what I'm saying? You've got to realize they just told you in 3 articles. 3 sources. It is done. We already know the names. We already know that they said that by June 30th, there's no more proxy. So what else is there? Give me my money.
Show me the money.
Show me the money. Y'all don't understand, man. I'm so ecstatic about this investment. You are right at the cusp of greatness. Now you want to be fickle. Now you want to be funny. I'm going to tell y'all about being funny about this. It doesn't matter about being right. It matters when you're right when we all go to the bank. But what matters is that you see the benchmarks, the facts for how they're presented. And I'm not dissing nobody. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I'm not telling nobody they're wrong. I'm just telling you that when you see the benchmarks met, then you know that things are going to change. All the internationalism, all the things going on, Kuwait being in there, Japan going in there, new loans, new trade partners, Silk Road Initiative. It all has to do with internationalism, and you can't do business internationally if you're not a currency that's internationally recognized. Gang, gang, gang. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Now, people can tell me what they want to tell me. You can tell me, well, they're going to lop. Well, let me tell you this, Mr. John Smith. I hate to say this to you like this right here, but there's no indication that the CBI has ever said they were going to lop. If they were going to lop, they'd have lopped 15 years ago. It's a whole lot easier than a reinstatement. You feel me? There's never been an instance of a lop. They told you they're going to coexist for 10 years. That's no lop. So there's no fear of a lop, and we know what happens June 30th. So by proxy position is eliminated. We know those proxy positions are being filled prior. Just that article. They don't tell you everything. You know what they tell you? Exactly what you need to know. It doesn't take a genius to read an article. It takes someone with some insight to read an article and to understand what they're reading and not rely so much on the easy stuff. It's not fun out here. People say I'm stingy with the information. You know what I'm stingy with? I'm stingy because I only do platform for like what, 3 times a week? Pateron, what, 3 times a week? I only got 7 days.
I posted that information out there, you guys. You'll see
Man, hold up.
In the comment section on the article.
10% of my whole platform is watching right now, live in effect. I hope everybody, I mean, for real, just caught that. I hope y'all for real just caught that. And I'm live. And that's news right there. They told you after June 30th, there will be no proxy. Before June 30th, 500 positions are filled. What does that tell you? They're done. They're done. You don't need a correlation. I don't have to go live and post 20 articles to show you that it's done. All I got to do is just wait and see what happens. Now, if they don't fill those positions by proxy by this Saturday, and if they don't do it prior to June 30th, there is an issue. Trust me, something isn't done. If I can't make you guys see anything, let me let you see the truth. If you don't believe the things that I just read to you, if you were in the Patreon group, I'm not just trying to pump up the Patreon group, but if you're in the Patreon group, every one of you can tell I got every one of these articles out of there. Okay? They don't make up stuff. They don't have time. You feel me? Mm-hmm. These guys out here are up at like 4:30 in the morning. Jason, Beth, Nancy, Woke, all these people are out here every day. They're making it happen. Spazzo, Colin, Josh, Fire, Mr. Frazier, Mr. you, Gray. Me. What?
Mr. Gray.
What? Mr. Gray, stand up, salute. That's my homie. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm not even talking mad trash. I'm trying to tell you guys, they told you before 30th, the positions were filled for 500 positions in the vacant categories. They're trying to tell you during 30th, there will be no proxy positions. What does that tell you? I have told you this. I'm not trying to tell you I was first. Forget being first. First is stupid right now to me. I don't want to be stupid. I don't even want to be, I want to be accurate and I want to be punctual. That's what I want to be right now. Because accurate and punctual like a snail will get me to the end of this race. That is the one thing that the tortoise and the hare taught me about this investment. The hare was fast. Yeah, I want to get rich. I want to get rich. But the tortoise was committed and he finished. I will forever be a tortoise in this investment. I'm a multiplier. If I touch you, you're going to grow. You feel me? If I touch you, I want you to grow. I don't fool people I don't want to grow. Matrix portfolio, grow, right? biggest video of all time on this platform. Dinar Investor. Say what you want to. 100 subs when I first started with him. He's up to 700 subs, and God bless him. He's doing good work. He's doing solid information. 700 is an investment. But you know what else? My own platform with my wife, who put me on a pedestal. I got 500 in a live. Gang, all day. I get 4,000 views on Facebook. I don't want to be right or first no more. I want to be factual. I want to be punctual, and I want to read the news because that's what's going to get you home. And somebody told me that I was stingy with the news early on. I'm not stingy with it. I'm only giving it to you how they give it to me. I give it how they give it. Y'all don't feel me, man. I'm so, whoa. I'm out there today, man. I'm really feeling myself, for real.
We're in outer space.
What? Elroy Jetson, if I can show you the tats, all this, the Jetsons. You don't believe me?
No.
You want to see it?
No.
Man, I will. Man, look.
No, we don't want to be censored. Put that down.
The Jetsons, I'm somewhere out of space. Man, my thinking is critical. And you know what? I put a lot into this because I expect a lot out of it. And now I don't expect it for myself. When we win, me and her are going to win. But more so, I want every one of yous to win. The speculation, the hate, the vicious comments I get in the background. All that. You know what I hate? I hate a sucker. I hate a keyboard gangster. What I want to see right now is I want to see one of y'all call me and tell me about this. I just read you the news. What else could you expect? This platform's live for a reason because you know what? I believe wholeheartedly the reinstatement because of the working with the IMF, the SBA, the U.S. Treasury, and the United States of America, that the executive order 13303, that we could invest in this investment and prosper from it, that this was going to be something that was going to make us a lot of money. Now, I usually don't talk so nasty. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got any questions? Pepe, you want to call me? Jason, you want to call me? What? It's like I got a magic ball in here. Uncle Luke, can you please? I need to fan my damn self. I'm sorry.
Just wave your hand around. Just get some cold air. I do want to point some love out.
Man,
you look at a thumbs up, 110 to 1 thumbs down. When you said show some love, our people responded. Just so you know, okay? I just wanted to point that out.
Gang, I salute you guys. Thank you. For real. I was on a tangent. I was on Terra for a second, but
No. Hey, go by all means. You deserve it. But here, look, let's talk about something. We were talking earlier how the good news seemed to come like maybe once a month. Then all of a sudden it came like once a week. Is it me or is it like coming hourly now?
Bro,
wow.
Can you please tell me that? Like, remember this morning when you hit me up, you were like, hey, B, man, did you see that bombing? And I was like, what? And remember how I was kind of mad about it, and you were like, bro, just chill. Remember how you told me that?
Yeah. Dude, it's like one thing after another. But don't get me wrong. Okay, let's do what we call the hurt and heal method, which is let me give you a little bad news or bad thought, and then we'll heal it with some good news. Okay, we don't like the fact that the rockets are hitting the Iraqi refineries. I do believe.
Hang on, I'm gonna put Jason on here with you. Keep going. Bro, Jason. Hold on. Bro, Jason.
Hello.
Are you there? Are you live?
Yes, I am, sir.
Bet. Glad to see you, my big homie.
Brother.
Good morning from Guam.
Good morning. I need to see this.
Oh.
Good morning from Guam.
Yeah. What are you trying to see?
I'm trying to see the whole.
I was already going along.
I do that laugh just a little bit.
I can't see the comments. Okay, keep going, Pepe.
Hey, no, I want to laugh just a little bit because I heard you singing some 20 earlier.
Man, it feels good.
Yeah, so, okay, I lived in Alameda for many, many moons. This is a long time ago. But I used to hang around with Tony, and my boy Dwayne dropped on me that the song Anniversary is coming out, which was a badass jam.
It's our anniversary.
Yeah, I love that song. But not just that. Another person I used to hang around with was Chocolate from Digital Underground. And this is before Tupac was Tupac. Tupac was just a dancer back then. So people are like, did you ever see Tupac? I was like, yeah, we all hung out together. We really did. but he wasn't. You guys got to understand that he was not Tupac at the time. He was just this guy that was a backup dancer for Digital Underground. But later on, he broke out. If I would have known then what I know now about Tupac, trust me, I'd spent a lot more time with him than I was with Chuck Hawk, man. Because they're good people, man. All of them.
I think I just lost Jason.
Jason, are you there?
He might be squat in the earth right about now. So just
if you guys haven't seen this dude's workout, it's freaking crazy. Jason has been doing a lot of research on his own about Vietnam. He's also, I was hoping to have him on the phone tonight to do a follow-up call tonight, just a real quick, like 25-minute call with you, me, and him. Some things that I discovered. There he is. There he is. Bro, are you being censored by YouTube?
Sorry, we got disconnected.
Are you being censored by YouTube?
No, Arnold Schwarzenegger's pissed.
Did you not bench press the whole gym while we were just sitting here talking, Jason?
Don't lie, he's Atlas. He's bench pressing.
This dude right here, if you haven't seen his workout, it's crazy. This dude's crazy workout. It's crazy. Jason, you got anything to point out to me today, man? Because I know you've been up early with it.
I don't know. I'm going to have to go to Guam and get my Jason workout on once I get this money for reals.
Boy, Jason, man. What's up, man, Jason? You called for a reason. You only call when you got something to say. You're quiet, but you're a silent assassin. What you got to tell me?
No, I've just been very active, like what we were doing with the whole crew.
Mm-hmm.
We've been deciphering a lot of information that, like what you were talking about, and all of this stuff is like what you've been saying for weeks. It's right at the cusp already. Everything is all set. You know that. They're moving everything through session. I've never seen this fast.
Have you ever seen
at a fast pace for real?
Have either one of you ever seen any mention of Article 8 in any news article since you've been in this investment?
Today there was a couple of articles. This is the first time I've ever heard any articles in a long time. Now, don't get me wrong, I haven't been in this game for a long time, but I have went back and read a lot of articles. But this is probably the first time I've ever seen anything brought up about Article 8 as far as actively being done. You know what I mean?
Jason?
Well, if you look at the one that you were mentioning that Bethany was talking about, when we broke that down, you know how I am. I like to look at everything line for line, word for word, and I'll read it forward, backwards, up and down.
Mm-hmm.
It actually has all kinds of things in there.
Right.
Dealing with proxy, dealing with setting the standards back to. Because remember, Maliki basically took over the CDI a while ago. So in that article, it's also stated that the full governing power and stability will be given back to the CDI. Also, they were even talking about the different numbers with the rate, the 2% up, 2% down. But they were also talking about how it's going to be, against the dollar.
Right.
You can't be any more specific than that when you're talking about an exchange rate that's coming out. Because they were talking in detail of how they're going to implement and all of that.
Now,
if that doesn't tell you this is coming, I don't know what is.
Now, I want to take it one step to the next level real quick, okay? So for both of you guys, on what we're just talking about here about news and information, remember we weren't all talking, but we were talking separately. You guys don't know I was talking to both of you guys collectively. We were talking about how if you are going to have a speculative run on a currency, remember, speculative run, it would be now. Do you see what I'm saying? Has anybody done any research to see at what rate the IQD is selling from exchange rates lately?
I haven't seen anything like that. All I know is that the dinar, okay, so if you think about what happens when a country invades another country and it gets pegged to a dollar, whatever rate it's at the time of the invasion,
right?
It's frozen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So when we're talking about the Iraqi dinar, this is it's not a revalue. This is a reinstatement.
Right.
So we know that when it comes out, we're looking at 322.
Okay.
3.22.
Hold on, Pepe. Hold on.
Yeah,
Jason, answer that question. I gotta answer that question too. Have you seen?
One more time.
My question was a speculative run on the investment since it's been so announced, so open, so active. Meaning that, what do you think the count of the dinar is? And this is a trick question for both of you guys, and I know the answer to it. But what is a speculative run on the investment right now? Do you know the answer to it? When people talk about note count, when they talk about, you know, currency in circulation, stuff like that, can you think of anything?
Are you talking about a rate or how much?
No, not a rate or how much. How much actual currency is in circulation right now?
Oh yeah, actually they just did a
Pempe, stop ruining it.
Okay.
Jason.
Well, remember, I mean, you look at the count. They're even putting out the count of how many dinars are actually coming out.
Thank you.
Right?
Are we up or down for the year?
We
are. You want the answer? You want the answer, Jason?
Well, sure.
We're actually down 1 trillion notes.
Really?
Yeah. I posted that article, I think a show or two ago, that says that it was approximately like 41 billion notes that were out there. They're down to 39 trillion notes.
Yeah,
so they're getting rid of notes that are out there now.
Robert DeNaro said 39 trillion.
Robert DeNaro, thank you for paying attention.
And PJ,
the one key factor that actually also
PJ, shout out.
Or the big clue.
Mm-hmm.
The big clue for that also was that they were talking about inflation. It's going down.
And also the big clue for that was what? We want to pick up all the damaged, right? Bad notes, and we want to put those back in the bank. Now, think about the U.S. Treasury. If you guys have ever seen a movie, what's wrong?
I'm just cold.
Okay. If you guys have ever seen a movie that has Ice Cube son in it, it has
Den of Thieves?
Den of Thieves. Yeah, Den of Thieves. What happens if the currency is damaged and they take it back to the central bank, which is basically when they took it back to that bank in L.A. They wanted to steal the notes that were out of circulation, right? Mm-hmm. So think about this for a second. I got a new theory for you boys. What if the currency that they're circulating through the auctions somehow become uncirculated?
I didn't even hear what you just said.
I said, what would happen if the notes that they were circulating through
the auction
were to become uncirculated? We know that based upon the auction and other things they've done, they picked up over 1 trillion notes. How would you feel if you felt like those notes were somehow being circulated out of the central bank?
You would have to honor those, okay, first of all, because the fact that you bought them in good faith during an auction, you know, that would be, I want you to think about the repercussions of a bank, a central bank of all banks, selling off a currency that is no longer any good. There would be huge repercussions. But, so you would have to honor that. You know what I mean?
Right, I get you.
So what you do is switch $1 for $1 is all it is.
Right. No. Pempe's got the answer.
Just real quick, because I see Thomas keeps asking this over and over. That's funny because his name's Thomas Over. But anyways, Thomas, just so you know, the reason why 322, because when the Iraq was invaded, the dinar rate at the time was 322. This is a reinstatement, which means once this happens, they reinstate it back to its normal rate, which is 322. That's why it's 322.
Right. If they were going to lop their current, and I'll answer this for everybody, they would have lopped it 10 years ago. It would have been easier. There's no lop. The introduction of the new notes are the lower notes that will coexist per the IMF and per the central bank for 10 years. That's how there's proof no lop. Now, that's also a proof that when you go into the bank and the project to delete the 3 zeros, it will either be off of the exchange rate, the nominal rate, and the currency. So that means it will be reduced. Now, it will take them from trillionaires to billionaires. They've said that to you, right? Those are 3 zeros. Okay? So they didn't say we're going to lop our currency and do that. They said they were going to do that through the deletion of the 3 zeros, not replace the currency. They've never said that. Okay?
Well, also keep in mind that the Treasury just got a huge chunk of money sent to them today by the Inspector General. So they must be at least preparing for this to happen. Now, also inside the group on Facebook, there's a reason why I posted an article on the Kuwait dinar and what happened, because it's very similar to what's going on now. In fact, it's exactly the same scenario. That's why it's a reinstatement and not a revalue.
Hold on. Miss Beebe's got
okay. So in the chat, people are asking about a contract rate. They said, do you know if there will be a contract rate? Someone else says, wouldn't a contract rate be more beneficial?
No, a contract rate, as you guys are thinking about it, I've been thinking about this forever, is not a contract rate. Think about the large institutional buyings that my friend Peter told me about. Those start in the billions on up. So your contract rate would be a derivative for the billions that would be inserted inside of the One Belt, One Initiative. If that means that the rate would go skyrocket, you hold a block of it. Think of it as like being a, what do you call that, guys? A noodle holder, a stakeholder. What do you guys call that in digital currency? When you have so much of a coin, you become a
whale?
No, not a whale.
Yeah, a whale. That's what I thought it was.
Well, it's a whale, but you hold, but Pimpin, we talked about it, where you hold so much of that currency.
Hodl it.
You hodl it, but you hodl it because it's a derivative to the coin. I mean, you got to hold at least 10 million coins or of some weird number.
You approve a stake? Is that
stake?
Are they?
Well, proof of stake is
somebody
different for
Hold
you.
on, Pimpin. Hold on, Pimpin. No, Jason, say what you're gonna say.
Was somebody asking about contract rates in the bank?
Yeah, there's no such thing. But if you were going to be a stakeholder in the currency, you would have to hold upon the billions and billions to be a large institutional buy to guarantee your currency for that One Belt, One Road, One Initiative. That's a contract rate.
Also, what they're alluding to, Mr. V, is the fact that, like what you were saying, when you go into a bank, when you're going to negotiate the spread, because remember, you're going to be going in there exchanging not just like $1,000 or $100,000. They know that when they look at the rate change from the Forex, they're going to know that money's a lot, and they're going to want to keep you. So basically, you're going to negotiate a higher spread, because you can basically say, well, I can walk out and go to that bank next door, and they'll take my money. They're going to try everything and like, well, let's work a deal out. That's what people need to understand.
Okay.
Because they're getting confused. A lot of the gurus are putting out that there's going to be on the dinar, there's a $28.50 contract rate on the dinar. There's a $24 contract rate on the dong. On the rupiah, there's supposedly a $15 contract rate on the Indonesian rupiah.
Jason, when you say that,
that's what they're getting mixed up with.
When you say that, that's a fee per amount?
They're saying per dollar.
No.
So $24 for $1. So you mean if I give you one Iraqi dinar, you're gonna be 24
Where the hell
American
is that
dollars.
at? I mean on that.
No, that's bullshit. I'm sorry. That's absolute there's no such thing as a contract rate. Now, I will tell you this.
Right now, so everybody knows, in the world right now, when it comes to currencies, nobody's currency is more valuable than the Kuwait dinar. Nobody's is. They are the strongest currency of them all. And I think right now they're at, 358, I think is where they are. So nobody's more stronger than the Kuwait dinar. I believe that the Iraq dinar has the potential to be stronger, more valuable than the Kuwait dinar, but it's not right now. I'm just saying that the Kuwait dinar is the most valuable currency out there.
Now let's talk. Let's back up for a second, right? We know that there's a reinstatement, so they got to reinstate to pre-war times plus inflation, right? You could speculate what inflationary metrics would be for right now. Okay, we could all say, $4. We could say $3.25. We could say whatever. I don't do dates. I don't do rates. I don't like them. But I'm going to tell you this, that a reinstatement means that before your currency was revalued, it's reinstated to that time. So the dinar never lost value.
Never.
You feel me? Even the time that you held it, it never lost value. It was just waiting for a time to reinstatement. So now, this is my key to this, guys. If it doesn't happen in June, if it doesn't happen in July, that's okay. Because it's a reinstatement, it will be reinstated when it's time stated to $3. So if you hold X amount, you're going to get X amount back. You see what I'm saying? So,
I see this. Here's in the worst case scenario, when you're looking at 322. That's the worst case scenario. Now, if you wanted to look at how they do the actual figuring of the rate, we talked about it last time, which is the SDR times 2.5 of what the Arab dinar is, that would bring it around, what is it? Did I say 348? But that's as high as it can go. So you have to look at whatever the SDR rate is. It changes every day. Multiply times 2.5. That's the highest the Iraq dinar can go.
And
so when it first comes out, it's going to be pre-war, which is 322.
Hold on. And plus or minus the IMF is +2 or minus 2%. We know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
We know that for a fact. Yeah. Yeah. So, fellas.
Just, another way of also thinking of what you're saying is that, remember when the war started, they didn't devalue the rate like what you're, explaining to everybody. They just basically put it on hold because basically something, a world event happened. So they had to stop everything because there's not going to be any trade or economy flowing through a war zone.
Right.
So they had to put their rate on hold. That's what they did. They never depreciated their value.
Right.
Hey, real quick, because a lot of people are asking about the taxes. Me and you talked about this briefly. There's a lot of rumors out there to what's going on. Now, for those of you who are not aware, there is Trump is talking about doing away with capital gains tax this year. If he does that, that means anybody that's dealing with the dinar pays zero taxes. Another thing to think about is this: unless you're a foreign exchange, this is what you do for a living, then you will have to pay taxes. But if you don't do foreign exchange currencies as a living, then the rumor is, well, I don't want to say rumor, but before you didn't have to pay taxes. The people that did the Kuwait dinar did not pay taxes because foreign exchange was not their way of living. That's the only time you have to pay taxes on it. Now, when I talked to my person at the bank, my manager, me and him talked about this. And remember, I told you guys in the beginning what he told me. I said to him, look, what do I do with my dinar? He goes, once it's recognized, you deposit it. I go, what about taxes? He said, there's no taxes. That's what he told me. So if it's the same as if I went to Iraq today, let's just say I went to Iraq today, I'm paying it at a rate of 10 cents per dollar, whatever. And then all of a sudden on the way back, it jumps up to $30. I'm just exaggerating, of course. Look, that's a gain. But what happens if it's at $30, then all of a sudden it drops down to 10 cents? You know what I mean? It's hey, that's ass out, or you're good. You're having a good day. Either way, currencies change every day. Unless you do it for a living, you shouldn't be paying taxes on it.
Spaz for dropping that Article 8 info to me earlier too. Spaz gave me that info. Spaz Crypto. He's the bomb.com.
Probably.
What else, fellas? Are we about close here? Or we're done?
If nobody else has anything.
If there's no more,
everybody should also, be watching out for, China. The G20 is coming up. And I'm watching that very closely. Everything that's involved in Asia.
Yeah.
Just a little hint because I know you got stuff going on your other page, but like I was saying, everything, all these deals have been in mind since like 2017, once Trump was elected. These things are in motion already. So that's a big hint,
Look, I do. Jason, I want to bring up.
Hold on, both you guys.
Good.
Geopolitically speaking, and the price of oil does affect the investment, good or bad.
Yes.
So someone asked that question. Yes. Thomas O did. Yes, it does. Okay, so I want to give him credit.
GDP, oil revenues, trade agreements, all those types of things are taken into effect. But what we're saying is this: when it's called a reinstatement, that means when it first gets back out into the public, when it first we go back to its normal rate, the rate was 322. Mm-hmm. Now, what people should be happy about is this: and Iraq has all upswing. If you look at your GDP, it's 6% higher this year. It will be 11 next year. That means the dinar is only going to go up, not down.
Right. Now, Manny keeps sending me information about Kuwait and IQD per an agreement that there's nothing going that the dinar cannot be higher or higher than the Kuwaiti dinar. I would venture to guess that it maybe it could or it couldn't. But at $3.50 or whatever the Kuwaiti dinar is, and if the Iraqi dinar went for $3.40, does anybody care about 10 cents at that point?
I'm not mad.
At that point, I mean, at that one point. So we could argue 10 cents or not 10 cents, but the real truth of the matter is that a reinstatement has to happen at $3.22 plus inflationary measures. No one knows per any agreement if it could be or lower than, based upon the formula that the ARAB agreement gave the IMF earlier at 2.5 times $1.40 or whatever it is.
Yeah, so look, just so you know, there's no agreement about the Kuwait dinar. It's the Arab accounting dinar, not the Kuwait dinar. You can't be higher than that dinar. And that one is 2.5 times.
That's what I was just going to say. You cannot be, you cannot be basing your analogy to the Kuwaiti dinar. We're using the Kuwaiti dinar as an example of how they depeg from the dollar.
Right. It's a peg. That's all it is. Jeffrey Brown says, what about Alak? Is he a proxy position? Jeffrey Brown, no. Alak is a permanent position. He wrote his name on the currency. He's pretty much permanent. Now, I want to see Alak removed. That's what I want to see. And that's why every day that I see articles out there, and I didn't even report on that there's all kinds of corruption files formed against the CBI that, Alak's on his way out. I've said that a whole lot of time on here, okay?
Just one more time as a reminder, I want to remind everybody that the RI party is in Vegas, just so you know. The RI party is in Vegas. The Kanga Guru RI party, Vegas. Okay.
Thank you, Pepe. The party is in Vegas. There is a basket of currencies that would suggest it will go at the same time. Pepe, what's your take? Well, I'll give mine first. There is no basket of currencies that are going at the same time. The reason for that is if there was a basket of currencies that go at the same time, it would crash the world economy. So that's not going to happen, okay? All the currencies are not going to go at the same time. That's not going to happen.
That'd be nice if it did, but just so you guys know, the basket of currency is in reference to what's called the SDR. Before, there was 2 currencies that made up the SDR rate. Now they call it a basket of currency, but there's only 5 currencies that make up the current SDR rate. Can that change? Yes. It's evaluated every 5 years. I think we're 1 year away from the new evaluation. Now, does that mean to add or take away? We don't know. We don't know what it is. But everything that goes against the SDR, there's a SDR has a currency rate that comes out every day. It changes daily, just so you know. The SDR rate is the basket of currencies.
Right. William Jones says, I will join when they reinstate. That's your choice. But you may not want to. The fees will be high. Yeah, when the currency changes, y'all, Pateron changes. It's probably gonna go up 1,000-fold. So I'm gonna take on the early adapters. Those of you who want to be bandwagon folks, I probably let you in, but it'll cost you 25,000 times the amount the original people are getting in for. Because the ones that are getting in now are the early adapters. That's just the way life works. So join Patreon. Yeah, join it. It's $25 a month. It's expensive. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Ms. Beebe will tell you that all I did was upgrade our AV equipment. I bought more lights. I'm going to buy more stuff that produces stuff in 4K and to make sure that the video quality is better than what it was before. So I'm not making any money off this deal. I'm really not. I'm spending more money than I'm making. Between that, buying the coins, and just me running the lights and stuff like that, I've lost money. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, this James out there saying, you want to shake my hand in Vegas? James, when I see you, we're there. I say we make it a black and white tie event or a black and white suit event. Let's black, white, and Rolex event.
I'll be in my shorts and a t-shirt.
You know what I'm gonna be in? I'm gonna be in a white tee. It's gonna be hold on. You know it'll be polo. Hold on. You know it'll be polo. I'm being polo. I'm being a white tee and some shorts. I'm gonna be on that beach. Man, I'm gonna let my hair sway.
Beach in Vegas.
Yeah, there's a beach in Vegas. I'll be in somebody's pool.
I'm gonna go
shirt off, acting crazy.
Overall shorts. Remember the shorts with the overalls, the acid wash?
Yes.
Like the 80s stuff with the one arm hanging down.
Y'all, hey, look, It's over. We're good. Jason, I appreciate you. Pimpy, I appreciate you. I think we're gonna end this because there's nothing more to talk about tonight. They've given you more news than you can handle. You have to watch this video twice. Hit a big like for this one, please, y'all. You always do, but hit a big thumbs up, man. I'm not really worried about. Hold on, the trade disparity. Hold on, the trade disparity between Iraq versus Iran will eventually force Iran to negotiate the table. I mean, I hear you. I don't care if Iran negotiates the table ever. I really don't.
It's that Trump bombing the shit.
Yeah, I mean, Iran's problem is they got to worry about a missile being shoved up their camel butts. For real. I'm just being real right now. Do you think I care? Listen.
That's real. That's real shit.
For real. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think I care about Iraq's trade deficit? Because Iran will not be the same in 90 days. They won't be the same in 90 days.
That fool was bombing Syria while he was eating chocolate mousse with the leader of China.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Dude, this dude has no filter. I love, you know what I love? I love somebody out there that has zero filter. This dude's got no filter. Hold on, we got one more call. Let me add a call. Hold on, let me add a call. Let me see if I can add one. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Miss April, I need you to guess who this is after I say this quote. You ready?
I'm ready.
Is you live, whore?
Oh, is you live?
I love it.
Yeah.
I know who that is. That's where I got it from.
T.S. Madison.
This is Sammy D.
Sammy.
Hey.
What up, Sammy?
Okay, I just want to make one thing clear real quick.
Go ahead.
I think about a week ago, I get what you were saying and everything about the government.
Uh-huh.
But remember, well, I don't know if you saw it, but I had posted it in the community tab on Facebook last week, and I said how way back in December, I think Mike Pompeo or one of them, they had posted in congratulations on the government of Iraq. I don't know if you saw it, but I know a couple of people saw it, but I posted it.
Definite head nod, yes. Definitely yes. Yes.
All right. Then, hey, I'm just waiting, like Pimpay said, Big Pimp, like he said, I'm waiting on the Vegas party, baby. I'm ready to take this darn work uniform off.
Man,
I see you there. Come on through, peeps.
If you need some time off from your job once this hit bang my line. You know what I'm saying? Bang my line.
Wait a minute. And if you can't get no time off from your job, buy the company and give yourself time off.
I'll write your note for you. You say, my doctor, Mr. Brando, he says I need a little time off. I got to go to Vegas for about 3 days.
No.
That pool party going to be epic.
No. The job.
Yeah, there was a guy the other day that he had posted on Facebook, and he said, you know, I'm just sitting in my job, and I'm just thinking, man, I don't need this job. I'm rich. I said, you damn right.
Okay, that part.
Amen. Amen.
I'll tell that job.
You guys have a good night.
All right,
you too, bro. Thank you
Have
now.
a good one.
All right.
Bye.
Look, you tell that job they can kiss where I twist, and I don't mean my wrist. Okay.
All right, y'all. You're what?
Right, Daisy. Right.
Daisy
right.
and Mama done spoke. That's it for tonight.
Hey, real quick, super quick, man. I want to get an opinion from Miss BB.
Come on with
Isn't
it.
Bitcoin sitting pretty and XRP? They are climbing at a real respectable rate.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all both this.
And Ripple's at 43.
Hold on.
9,200.
I got a question. No, I got a real
9,200 Bitcoin.
man. Forget both y'all for a minute. I got a question for both y'all digital currency people.
Healthy climb.
Hold on, someone else is calling. It just interrupted my
They in
question.
your line.
Hello, bang my line. Hello,
Yeah, good evening, Miss BB.
Hi
Mr.
there.
Brando.
what up?
This is Jerry Watt from Bowie, Maryland. Listen, I was curious about the taxes that will be paid or not paid on the Iraqi dinar. What makes people think that you will not be charged as regular income, not as a long-term or short-term gain, but as regular income?
Whoa.
I got the answer.
Go ahead. Pimpe.
Pimpe, go ahead.
Okay, because unless you do foreign exchange is your only source of income, then you can't be taxed the same way. There are people who buy different foreign currencies for traveling purposes. This is how it was explained to me. So that is, if you're going one day to Iraq and it's worth $30 per dollar, and then all of a sudden drops down to 10 cents, coming back, you're just ass out. I hate to put it that way, but if it goes up, you benefit from it. This is not your only source of income. So if you can prove that you have another job and you just happen to get lucky, there's no capital gains tax. And Trump, the rumor is Trump is doing away with capital gains this year. And I think there's a reason for that. And I think he realizes that the people who are invested in these dinars are going to benefit from the capital gains, and therefore our economy will benefit from it. That's just my personal opinion, but I know he is doing away, period, with the capital gains. Why are you showing me that king or guru? I know there's a delay, but I see Mr. B holding up the king or guru coin.
Not for long.
Okay, I kind of agree with what you say, but I just can't believe that the United States government would allow you to make this much profit. You know, the thing between exchanging between country and country, I understand that. There's a very small difference. You know, we're talking pennies, maybe hundredths of a penny.
Right.
But when you stand to make over 1,000%, even though it's not called an investment, it's an
what are you
exchange.
going to do with your money once it comes out?
I just can't believe the government's going to let you get
No,
away with that.
but think about this. What are you going to do with your money when it comes out?
What did you say, Pimpe?
I was telling him, think about this. What are most of these people going to do with their money once it comes out?
Spend it?
Stimulate the
Right
economy.
back into the economy. Right back in the economy. That's better than any taxes you can slap on there.
Okay,
It is to
hold on.
stimulate the economy.
Hold on. I'll give the caller a good idea, okay?
Okay.
Caller, I won't ask your name, okay? I'm not gonna ask
Sammy.
that.
What's his name? Sammy?
Sammy, is that your name, Sammy?
No.
Jerry.
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 Hey, Jerry, just plan on 30% tax no matter what.
Okay, great.
Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm planning on. I'm planning on 50% tax on my
I
money.
agree with, because like I say,
I'm no sucker. I get it. And you know what? I don't think the U.S. government's going to let anybody make any money off this and not scale away. I plan on paying 50% tax. That's my plan.
Good.
Now, if I pay 20, I'm good. If I pay 50, I'm okay. That's what I'm planning on.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. That everybody thinks we're not going to pay anything for that.
Oh, no.
And then you're going to spend it, and then we're going to be hit with big taxes.
No.
I've always said.
I hope we are allowed to quit people.
Right, Jerry. I
Jerry,
agree.
good thought, Jerry.
I agree.
Bye,
with
Jerry.
you.
Trip. I appreciate listening to you every 3 times a week. I love you guys.
Love
All
you,
right,
Jerry.
that's
Get them out, baby.
All right, man. Shout out, Jerry.
All right, good night.
Daisy even shouted Jerry out. Look at that. Daisy's going crazy.
I hear
Good job, Jerry. God dog. Daisy don't shout nobody. Look at Daisy.
Right. Daisy said, "Yes, Jerry. Yes."
You don't pay taxes and give me some kibble. All right.
Have a good evening, you guys.
You too, man.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. And I'm sorry to hang up on Jason. Daisy's going crazy. We're going to hang up. Me and Pimpe are going to go on a Patreon tomorrow. We'll probably do a video. If not, I'll do at least one with, hopefully with Pimpe. And I'm going to do also scenario number 1 with a minimal amount on Patreon. Join Patreon for wealth building if you can afford it. You don't have to be a month to month. If you join now, you can back out a month. You'll still have all the videos and join another month. But join Patreon because that's going to get you in the coin. That's going to make you gang, 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 right?
Oh, especially with what we're about to talk about. They better jump on that. There's some good advice on silver and gold.
Yeah, we're doing silver and gold. No. One more call and then we're done. Hold on, one more call.
It's 8.
Hello? Hello?
Is you live or is you live?
Is you live?
Hey, you want him or you live?
What's going on? What's poppin'?
What's going on?
It's a party going on over here.
I don't know, man. I hear the music. I should have singing my room.
Very good. This is Ed.
Hey, Ed. Daisy, stop.
I see it's a party going on.
Even Daisy going wild up in here. Daisy, stop.
I got these.
All right, I got 2 quick things, and I'll let you guys go.
Okay.
First of all, how do I become part of the Patreon group?
I'll post the link in the chat here, but it's www.patreon.com/Mr. Brando, and I'll post the link in the chat.
So www.patreon.com Mr. Brando. That, and you just click on it, and whatever tier you want to join.
Okay, because I went to Patreon and it didn't help me. I didn't know the / Mr. Brando.
Mr. Brando, yeah.
Okay.
There's a link in there right now.
My other question, I think it was Monday night, Pempe was talking about them giving you partial 30, partial 60, and Miss Bibi and I kind of looked at you the same way at the same time. I said, what did he say? Now, my only issue with that is you made the reference of a check. Now, a check is different because your particular bank doesn't know if the other institution has the funds. So that's why they feed you, spoon feed you as a courtesy because that's your bank. If the funds aren't there, they'll snatch it back out of your account.
Right.
With the currency is a set rate. There's no way they can feed you that money like that because for two reasons. Let's say the currency comes out at $5 and you go and exchange your money, and 2 days later, it drops back down to the old point, 1190 or wherever it was in the beginning. Who takes the loss then?
It's a very good
See,
question.
I don't think that
that.
works that
I
way
did ask.
when it comes to the currency. The currency has to be given to you all at once.
Okay, that's a great that's
No,
viable.
I
Pepe,
do gotta
you want to answer that?
I do got to answer that.
Okay.
Once you make the deposit, you lock in that rate regardless of what happens. Because a lot of people are expected to go in with such a large amount, that's why they broke it up into 30, 60, 90, and 120. Now, that's how they did the Kuwait dinar. You're locked into the rate that you are in once you deposit the money. It just happens later on. You're locked into that rate. Now, how they spoon feed you your money, that's each bank, I'm guessing, is going to be doing it their own way. But when the Kuwait dinar came out, that's how they did that. As a matter of fact, there's an article out there on people who spoke about that. The ones that deposited their money, they had some money immediately, some 30 days later, some 90, and then 120. But they were locked into the rate that they were in once they deposited. So you're right. It can go up and it can go down. The rate can change while you're still getting ready to get your money. But once you deposit that money, you're locked into that rate.
Okay, so quick question.
Okay.
If the bank takes my dinar and they go and exchange it, however it's done on their back channels, you're telling me they have my money, but they're not going to give it to me because they're afraid other people are coming, or it's a whole bunch of us trying to exchange at the same time?
No. The only reason why your bank would take your money and not give you a value to it right away is it hasn't been authenticated. You see what I'm saying? So if you take your money and it's a smaller banking system, if they have a De La Rue machine, then I can see them issuing funds immediately. If they don't have a De La Rue machine, do you think they're going to give you $10 million and they can't authenticate it?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think they would give me anything if it wasn't authenticated.
But they will give you a mulligan. They'll give you a mulligan. They'll issue you so much money up front on good faith and say, look, we'll give you $100,000. Now we'll wait and see if that money's good. And, we'll send off to our, authentication process. If it turns out good, I can see them issuing your funds then. But I don't see any problem with them taking my currency because it's authenticated and saying, look, I'll pay you out. And this isn't a large sum. If you got $200,000, I don't see it taking more than 24 hours. But if you got 25 million, 50 million, 100 million in IQD, it may take a minute to authenticate it. It could.
Well, let me tell you what my bank said, and I have Wells Fargo.
Okay.
Now, I talked to my manager there, because me and him have talked about this now on several occasions. I said, how does this work? He said, once the currency is recognized again internationally, which means it's accepted, and you make your deposit. I said, yeah. He goes, you're locked in. We will authenticate your bills right there on the spot, but you are locked in at that rate in which you deposited. So it doesn't make a difference if they do it instantaneously or if they take 30, 60, 90 days, however way they want to spoon feed it to you, you still are locked in at that rate. What's going to happen is they're not going to allow people to come in and cash the money and walk out the bank with millions of dollars because there's not enough money in the bank to cover everybody.
No, that's something totally different. I get that. Most banks don't have that type of cash on hand.
Period.
That I understand.
Uh-huh.
And what I would hope was that they would reflect my bank account with that amount of money. And if I wanted to come in and do $1 million or $2 million, I would have to make an appointment or something like that. That makes sense to me. But to not even acknowledge that dollar figure is in my account until 30, 60, 90 days, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And I'm going to be very skeptical about a bank. Sorry.
Well, okay, hold on. Pimpe, hold on. Think about it like this. If you went in there with, let's say, 50 million, I'm just using a weird number, okay? It's not saying a number you have or I have. But they got to run it through that machine. I could see them saying to you, look, I'm only going to give you 10% of it until whatever I can verify up front to make sure that this currency is legit. They're not going to take a loss, just like you're not going to take a win if you got fraud currency. You see what I'm saying?
Well, okay,
I do, but my problem with that is because I don't trust anybody, I don't want them to take my currency, give me a portion, and then come back to me and try to say, "Oh, your currency wasn't
perfect." Good. No, that's great. Do you want to say something?
Yeah. What is the caller's name?
What's your name, caller?
Ed. So, I'm with you on that because my thought process, I kind of called around, and we're here in Houston, Texas. Not every bank has a De La Rue machine. I want to go to a bank with a De La Rue machine.
That's my point.
And I want to make an appointment because here's my thing. I don't know what you're going to do once I leave, right? So if I come in there, I'll sit there and wait, schedule an appointment. I want to turn in my currency. I want you to go ahead and check it. So there's no harm, no foul, so you can't say anything later.
Right.
So that's my thought process. And that's why I think, like, for Houston, it's in the downtown branches of most major banks that has a De La Rue machine.
Now, if you live in Podunk, and if you live in Podunk somewhere and they don't have a De La Rue machine, expect to go through an authentication process. I'm sorry, it's going to be authenticated. They're not going to give you millions of dollars on your word. I wouldn't give you millions of dollars on your word. There's no way. Right. I don't know you. You don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's called a De La Rue machine.
De La Rue machine.
Just me, myself, and I.
And yeah, Pom, you can exchange in increments. There's no such thing as double dipping. That's absolute bull crap. Okay? You can double dip, triple dip. If you travel to Iraq, Iran, Vietnam, Malaysia, all within a month and bought $40 million each, how can they not tell you can double dip? That's absolute guru trash. I'm no guru. I'm a king of guru, and I got my own symbol. Look, thumbs up. All right, y'all. I love you. Hey, I done kept. I'm live. I'm all the way live. Hey.
One more thing, Mr. Brando. I was dancing with you too, and my neck was moving too.
You know I'm dancing. Man, the 30th of this month, man. And hey, to all them suckers out there that told me, hey, you liked April too? Yeah, I liked April too. And you know what? I like June better. And you know what else? If it ain't June, it's going to be July. And I'm going to tell y'all why. The benchmarks are going to get met. They're going to reinstate your currency. Hold on for the ride. Don't relish the bumps. Relish the ride. It's kind of like driving in my old Lexus. I hated the bumps, but I love the ride.
I have to tell you something. I like the ride. I love the ride. And you're right. I was with April. And if it's not June, all that does is continuously give me every Friday. I'm in the exchange place, adding to my pocket.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I'll be a gazillionaire. They better not extend it. I will buy more foreign currency. I will own more of your country. And you know what? You'll be angry with me when I come over there and start shutting off a few lights. I'm be like, click, click, click. Man, I'm all over this.
I love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. I gotta go.
All right, Ed, salute.
And we need to go.
We Miss BB shutting this down.
I need to get up at 4 something in the morning.
See you on Patreon.
See you on Patreon.
See you on Patreon.
Salute.
Work ain't honest, but it pays the bill.
Man, if you hate a working person, then you hate us, because that's what we do. We work till we get this money.
Robert, to answer your question, Call your bank. See if they have a De La Rue machine.
Ask them. I asked our bank.
But see if they can
That's
check
fine.
your currency for you too.
And you know what? And tell them if they don't have one, where's the nearest one to you?
Right.
Okay?
All right, y'all.
Y'all, good night.
Good night.